This morning is our last morning talking about our influence, talking about the you effect. And it's my prayer that these devotionals over the past 3 weeks have introduced you to a new perspective and reality about your influence, not only as a student, but as a Christian. So prepare your hearts because we are going to full send it for this last devotional. Have you ever listened to a bad band before? Now, I'm not talking about Taylor Swift or Justin Bieber. I'm saying like an awful band where what they're playing doesn't even sound like music. Well, I guess that's still Justin Bieber and Taylor Swift. Okay, I'm talking about music where it sounds like no one is on the same key, where the instruments aren't matching the vocalist, and you can just tell that something is off. We've all heard something like this in our lives before, whether it was live or on a recorded video, and generally what happens is the harmony or the members of the band are out of tune with each other. And when the harmony is off, the music is off. When the members of the band are not on the same page, the music itself sometimes doesn't even sound like music. It can sound like a coyote in a trash compactor. In Jesus' most well-known sermon, he said, "First go and be reconciled to them. Then come and offer your gift." And Jesus right here is telling others what to do about anger. In particular, he is communicating the importance of what to do with anger before we worship. He is telling his followers to reconcile with one another. And reconciliation is just a fancy word for peace or harmony. When we're out of sync with people, the effects can be like listening to a terrible band. Everything is thrown off. And Jesus is saying, hey, when you guys are out of sync, that's a problem. Being in harmony with each other matters. In fact, it matters so much that we should not and cannot go before God and worship if we have not pursued peace with someone where there is division. By doing this, not only do we clear our hearts and clear our minds before we worship, but by doing this, we restore our influence. When relationships have gone unmended, our influence can be shattered, not only with the specific people in question, but with people in general. Because holding grudges and making a difference, they're not compatible. They just don't work together. Now, harmony, on the other hand, fits like a perfect puzzle piece with your you effect. So what's a relationship that you need to mend? I have several, if I'm being totally honest and transparent. And I'm going to send a letter to these people in order to take the first small step towards moving to reconciliation. It's actually something I've been wrestling with for over a year now. So for you, I would suggest doing the same thing. Or maybe even sending a text right now to whoever that person is. Let's start pursuing harmony as we try to manage our influence. And at the risk of sounding totally cheesy, let's make getting the band back together a priority and start introducing others to the you effect.